Hello, welcome back to the Fitter Confident Universe. My name is Matt Boyles. If you don't know me, I created, run, manage, wrangle this thing, Fitter Confident You, which is online personal training tailored for gay, bi, and trans men. Build a lovely community that's supporting people all around the world, including this amazing gentleman we're going to have a quick chat with now. And I'm so excited to introduce him to the world like a debutante. This is Joe Luebke. And we've worked together a few times. Joe, how are you today? How's life?
I'm doing well, thank you. It's good to talk today.
Oh, always good to catch up with you. And obviously, without giving away your zip code, where in the world are you?
I live outside of Washington, D.C. in suburban Maryland.
Lovely, and not Maryland, as I used to call it until you corrected me. Maryland, where all the Marys live. So this is, again, just a lovely chat, just to bring your experience to the world, because everyone has a different experience of what they get from working with Fitter Confident You. But if we could just rewind first off, so what sort of fitnessy and well-being things were you doing before we started working together?
Well, I had always had a very active physical job. I'm a horticulturist. Started as a gardener in the Bishop's Garden at the National Cathedral. So I was, for years and years and years, I was physically active. I eventually took on more responsibility, went into management, and sort of lost the physical aspect of my job. And so, had put on weight more or less, well, more. Let's see, it was right before. So I had left that job and had started a new job, and there was a gym at the building, which was lovely. And I would I would go down and work out, not really know what I was doing. I would, get on the elliptical machine and use the weight machines, sort of stay away from the free weights because, they're intimidating, even though the people in the gym were, extremely nice and all of that. There were organized classes that I loved, P90X, weight classes, a wide range of folks who would do them. People who were clearly not fit and people who were very fit. I sort of put myself in the middle of that, in the middle of those two groups.
Sure.
So right before the pandemic hit, you showed up on my social media feed. So, the Zuckerberg and all of somehow figured out that I needed to see your feed. When I had started my new job, I was I weighed 217. It was the heaviest I had ever been.
Yeah.
And so that was 7 years ago. And, with the gym, I would lose some weight and then I would gain it back. And then I'd lose some weight and I'd gain it back. And then, we'd have competitions to see, there would be groups of us where we would compete against other groups to see who could lose the largest amount of fat in, BMI in, 30 days or 45 days. So, we'd lose weight and then it would come back on. And, it didn't seem like anything was ever really sustainable. So, as I said earlier, you showed up on my social media feed, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to try this. This guy, it's geared towards people like me.
Yep.
And I thought, what do I have to lose? And so I signed up. And just as we started, the pandemic turned on.
It was a funny time, wasn't it?
Yeah, and it just seems so long ago.
Mm.
So the first program that I did was the Lean program.
Yeah.
Uh, and it, it was remarkable how successful it was the first go around. Everything that you did for the group just clicked for me.
Mm.
The nutrition, the workouts, the mind over matter piece.
Love that.
Um, and so, I ended up losing, close to 30 pounds.
Yeah.
And more or less keeping it off.
Yep.
And so, it, not to sound cliche, but it really did sort of change my life. So, now I'm stumbling here. You can edit.
All good. Well, look, so that is, I'm so grateful that we met and worked together, and and like it had such a profound impact. Like, why do you think it worked why do you think it stuck as well this time when previous plans hadn't stuck?
I think I'm going to boil it down to the support of the group. People in the group want you to succeed.
Yeah.
And and that includes you. You're the biggest cheerleader. But everybody, you get down and you're like, oh, I missed a workout. And then, and it's like you see somebody has a bigger issue than you, but they're still, it's like, okay, well, you know what? I can go and work out again. Yeah. I can into this. And so, it was the whole camaraderie of the group that it just seemed right and worked well with me.
Yeah. Fantastic. Yeah. But also you gave, and you still give back so more. And I think, like, when I first set up sort of the group training elements, I didn't consider that as something that would be, well, I didn't even think about it. But then when I realized that the clients, yourself, all the other lovely Fit and Confident unicorns, like, you get as much back by supporting other people. And so it becomes this more than it's some of its parts, this beautiful, like, oh, I'm going to sound very woo-woo here, like a beautiful exchange of energy. You're cheering people on. You want the best for them. They're cheering you on. They want the best for you. I'm sort of overseeing all of it, like a puppet. Yeah, yes, like a puppet master. That's better than the analogy I was going to say, which I'm not going to say because it would put me in a very bad light. Like a kindly fitness puppet master. Joe, I love that. It's amazing. And I mean, so we're coming up to 3 years since we first met and worked together, incredibly.
Yeah, exactly.
And we're still working together. And like, I just want to reassure people, Fit and Confident You is never about tying people in for life. But because it's so nice, people stay. Or they go away, do their own thing, like Joe did, and came back, and we're working together at the moment. Like, there's never any pressure, I think. And I think that is, from my perspective, before I became a trainer, but I was interested in fitness, when I did things that felt really pressurized, I didn't want to stick around. And so building this, I wanted it to be the opposite of that. Does that sound fair?
Yeah, absolutely. And that's one of the things that I love about your program is, I had signed up at one of the local gyms here because we had left the old building at work, so we didn't have a gym, and so I signed up for the gym, and there was a class, but it was a hard 12 weeks, and if you missed it, you missed it. The thing that I love about your program is, for example, I started back again earlier this summer, and had life sort of got in the way, and I said, Matt, I need to take some time off, and you were like, let me know when you want to start back up, and that is you know, there's not a dollar amount attached to that for the clients. I mean, that is, it's beyond measure. I mean, to be able for you to say, it's all right, take a break. And when you're ready to start back up, I'll be here and I'll be supportive of you. And then let's get back into it. That's huge.
Thank you. The funny thing is that just seems like the most obvious natural thing in the world. Why wouldn't you just let people take breathing space and have their bit of like grace with it when they need it? But anyway, Joe, I really, really appreciate that. And can you just briefly, because I love it, the rowing challenge that you and another unicorn group member are doing at the moment. Can you just tell us briefly about that? Because I'm obsessed with it.
Well, so the other unicorn lives in Massachusetts here in the States. And he was talking about rowing to Provincetown from his house. And it's
on a rowing machine, not actually in the water.
Right. So it's 90,000 meters or something to that effect. And so I sort of offhandedly said, "Oh, we should have a rowing competition." And so we've been rowing since the 1st of September. I think I passed him though.
Haven't you done like 39K, 39,000 meters?
Yeah, I'm almost at 40,000 meters.
Amazing. And it's those little fun extra things that can really just help people stick at it, because like I said earlier, it's more than the sum of its parts. You're doing it with people, even though it's virtually.
Well, the funny thing is it's 20 minutes. I found an instructor online on YouTube so I follow him along with him on a YouTube channel, and it's 20 minutes. I start rowing, and so it's a very small amount of time, and I'm getting better. My distances are increasing, so that's my goal. And which, it all fits into the fitter, confident universe mantra.
Surely
improvement. Even if it's slow, it's still improvement.
It really is. Oh, Joe, I love that. Look, I'll let you go. I really, really appreciate it. Just a lovely chat and catching up as always. Thank you so much for your time and sharing your just wonderful experience as well. Always really appreciated.
And thank you for being you.
Oh, right back at you.